I haven't posted much because this is what I've been working on, a new workbench all about organization. So the top of the new workbench is made from pine, and I was going to just use 2x4s, but when I went to Lowe's, the 2x4s were definitely not as nice as the 2x10s, and so I ended up getting the 2x10s, which are about 9.5 inches overall, maybe 9.25, and I was able to get just under 3-inch strips, so 3-inch strips out of those, and laminate them together. I wanted it to be the same height as my table saw so that I can just use it as an outfeed table, which led to a little bit of a problem with my cyclone. So I have this cubby built in so that my dust extractor is kept out of way and always ready to use, but the height of my collection bin and cyclone was just enough that I had to leave this little notch in the corner, which is totally fine. It doesn't take that much away from the overall work surface, so I'm good with it. The dust extractor, the cyclone, room for the sustainers. This little cubby that I made keeps the Rotex sander and the Festool domino in there for easy and quick access. I put a magnetic connector on the hose itself, and I got the remote so it's always able to be just turned on right away. But it also has the power cord so that it can just be quickly plugged into either of these tools to use on the work surface right away. The way that I made it left just enough room for the vise to fit in here, and I'm going to be drilling some dog holes for that, as well as some holes for a holdfast. This whole stack of containers has things like hardware, screws, some tools, and some extra supplies and stuff like that, so keeping everything right there at my fingertips. Had room for 6 drawers on this side. The top drawers I wanted to make deep, so I've got glue supplies and a little bit of finishing stuff. This drawer has some sharpening supplies. The rest of them don't have much in them yet, but they will as I figure out what I need. Magnetic strip here, which will have some common bits. I don't want to fill it up with stuff, but just stuff that I need quick at hand. My router table and table saw connect right onto the new work surface. And on this side I have a heavy duty drawer, my jointer, which can be used right on that surface, or it can be brought out to be set right on the tabletop. And then one more big drawer here with some large items for pouring epoxy and some other hardware stuff. I just wanted to show that even though it looks like a cabinet, it's very sturdy. I mean, nearly zero movement. And this way, extremely solid. I probably can't even, I can't even budget putting all of my weight into that. So, very solid surface. Let's get some holes drilled here. Here should be fine. Right there. I'm going with 3/4 inch holes. I wanted to just get this 3/4 inch auger bit, but the Lowe's was completely sold out of them. So for only $5 more, I grabbed this set, which has 2 other sizes. Hopefully they come in handy someday. Yeah, we'll see. Is this one of those where you don't want me to zoom in on you? The drill bit itself worked really well, but halfway through I switched to a different drill because my old DeWalt one was making a noise and starting to smell. This is a newer brushless one that I got, and it had no problem at all. These second 2 holes went a lot faster than the first 2 holes. But definitely could recommend the drill bits, they're good. If you look up 10 different articles about finishing a workbench, you'll get 10 different answers. So I'm going with wax-free shellac for my finish, 2 coats, and we'll just see how that goes. I just love the way these ends absorb and change. It's the next day and my sanding sealer finish has dried, and I'm just gonna lightly sand everything with 320 grit. Got a couple of dowels here to make this alignment really easy. Bam. So far I've been very happy with the shellac finish on the workbench. It's been working out really well. It helps protect it a little bit, and it's really easy to get glue to come off of. So yes, I recommend that finish. The dog holes that I drilled, I've been using these bench dogs. They're basically the cheapest bench dog that you can find on Amazon, and they just come with a hole on the bottom. And what I did was I took an angle grinder and cut off a broken bit and just shoved an old bit in there with some super glue to make that magnetic, because they're aluminum and otherwise it won't stick to my magnets. That just goes in there like that, and those have been working out really well with my vise. And when I'm not using them, I can just pop them off and attach them to the magnets that I have on the workbench. I need to finish up this video. As you can see, I already have other projects on the workbench, but I did receive my hold fast from Gramercy Tools, and this is working out really well. I have drilled some extra holes in the table for using this, and it is absolutely great. This particular project might not need a hold down, but here's how you use it. Just put it through your dog hole, and then I usually put some kind of wood to not mar up the surface of what I'm working on. Give that a hit, and that is stuck fast. This is a good 4 inches. This makes it, 4.5 or so inches high, and I think that this can be used up to 7 inches, which works out just perfect. So again, feed that in the dog hole, put it right where you want it, give it a smack, and that project is not going anywhere. Hit it in the back to release the tool. There you have it. And like I said, I do have other projects on the workbench, so I hope that you enjoyed this workbench video, a little bit about the productivity that I'm trying to go for here in 2019. Leave me a thumbs up below, and don't forget to subscribe for my next video. Thanks again. We'll see you next time in the Hubbard's Handmade shop.